not bother wasting the chat's time with that. Zerg getting himself in there into that base, although he appears to be attacking the building and not the person within. 2 workers sent down to kill it. Yeah, but the barracks is going to go up. 4. Let's zoom out a bit. For Huxley building that orbital. And while he's building that orbital, his opponent, in the bottom left, Fiach. Well, he's building himself a natural on something relatively low. Must have been something like 14, I think. That Overlord probably going to die if a Marine gets to it. Not a good thing for Fiach at the moment, because he can't afford to get supply blocked that quickly. The Marine chumbling his way down the ramp, soon to be joined by one of his compatriots, but will it be in time to take this Overlord out? Probably not at this point. Needs to hit him another 10 times. Maybe. Ooh, it's going to be close. Yes, it's dead. Building nothing in terms of Marines. Interesting choice. Whereas his opponent has his natural up and is about to start working on it. He's got an Overlord checking for incoming harassment. He is, however, not as supply unblocked as he... Right, we've got speed boosts coming up for him, for Fiach. Got ourselves another couple of racks going down. This should be entertaining if you can get them down. 2 queens coming out for Fiach. If only because they're really quite good defensively early on. Right, let's have a look. We've got a bunch of Marines, a bunch of barracks up. 2 refineries going down at once, about the sort of time you'd expect them to go down for the filter build. That makes me suspect that this is in fact the filter build. Which, okay, if his opponent can hold it about 10 minutes, does leave him in a rather difficult state, although Fiach's doing himself no favours by supply blocking himself completely. Huxley claiming to be Grandmaster League, somehow I think not. Let's see. Got ourselves Marine production. The Roach War nearly done for our Zergy buddy Fiach. The question is he going to go straight into Roach production, or is he going to drone up first on the understanding that his opponent isn't going to hit him until 10 minutes, and he can save the lava until then? Has he worked out that's what his opponent is doing? APMs. My god. Check out that APM. Back to the production tab of Sacredness we go. He's building an engineering bay. He's building a factory. About the sort of time you'd expect him to build a factory in order to get medevacs out by 10 minutes. He's probably also trying to get a +1 build, and the question is, what's he going to have to sacrifice to do that? Observe everyone, and let's have ourselves the observer back. Ooh, we're going for a heavy roach production. Well, semi-heavy roach production. Presumably he's rallying them to the front. All that roaches. Alright, there's a missile turret in a bad place. Oh, there's a push roachling push coming up the front. Oh, and the Marines are going to die a horrifying death to that sort of pressure. The question is, can he actually do anything other than just die at this point? I do believe this is a point at which Day 9 would say he would transition into losing his entire freaking base. If he doesn't lift that command center off, it is going to die. Unfortunately, this is where Fiach seems to be suffering somewhat from not having picked up his command center. If he picks up the command center, he might be in a much better position. However, there are more roaches coming in, and that single tank is not going to be enough to hold them back. Lift! Lift it up! Lift it up! Oh god, why? Why is he not lifting it up? I get plus 100 chips for observing. Shouldn't have bet on Huxley though. Do I want to play this one? No, I think there's enough people to play a random game in this one. Oh wow. We're getting up to 5. Ziknor versus... So, Platinum versus Gold. In theory, at least, this should be a very one-sided match, but Fiach has proved himself to be tricky in the past. So, hopefully we can work with that. Right, in the bottom left we have ourselves Fiach, fresh from his recent victories over, well, pretty much everybody at this point. Up against, in the top right, we have Ziknor. Sorry, Zimikor. Proves my reading ability. And as always, we're going to start off with the first part of the game being... Autocam? What's Autocam do? Aha! Following random things. Ah, I see, it's just following commands that people do. So, until somebody issues a command, this is going to stay right here. But that's fine. We have ourselves a production queue. And I don't think I want to do Smart Cam because it's doing things I don't know what it means. Currently everyone seems to be betting on Ziknor. Unfortunately no more betting for the next round. Protoss coming in for a little scout. My camera seems to be tracked onto this thing. How do I stop following it? Ah, I got rid of my... Oh god, that's not good. How the hell do I get it back? How do you get your thing back? Oh well, I have to manage without. At the moment we can see... Where the hell's my... Grandmaster Wood League. That's fun. That said, PF does have not the most points at this point. Oh well. I could break away from following this thing. Ah, there we go. Got ourselves control back. Scouting out the third. Let's see if we can get into the options. There's a cannon going down. Where's it? Unfortunately, because I can't see the map anymore, I can't see the mini-map. I have no idea how to get it back. Then use Imba. Oh god. How the hell do you get it back anyway? Hotkeys. Global hotkeys. UI. Let's see if we can get rid of... Control W. Let's try that. Nope, I got nothing. So, trying to get back to the... Ooh, he's actually walling himself from the cyber core, which is bad if he loses it, because then all the stalkers go. However, down in the bottom left, our Zergy buddy is building Queens, actually. He's going a very passive build. Not going for a rush like he did last time at all. Oh well. And that probe is going to die. It's a bit of a shame because if it had gone any further, it would have seen that his opponent didn't have his second. He didn't have any gas at all. And now is a really late time in the game to not have any gas. He did, however, escape with the probe. Ah, there we go. Let's get it back. Turn off the cinematic mode. And he's getting the standard Protoss upgrade. Third base for the Zerg. Still cannon rushable at this point if you get in there quickly. Yeah, what is that drone doing there? Question is, what can the drone actually see? That drone can see precisely nothing and is just waiting to die at this point, I think. The bets at this point, I'm going to bet on Fiak at this point actually. He's a Zerg and he's being allowed to macro. Okay, we've got a robo going down from Zinikor. I just want to call him Ziknor, it makes my life so much easier. But yes, no, Zinikor, currently building his robo, getting his +1 weapons. Warp gate's just finished, so if he wanted to, he could probably do some interesting harassment now, but his opponent is on 3 bases, his opponent is droning up like a bouse. Question is he going for a push? His warp-ins are happening at home. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any way of getting them out short of blowing up one of his own buildings. Unless he can get him out through this gap here, which he probably can. Possibly. I'll have to see. I will laugh so hard if he can't get his units out of that hole. But he's getting +1 weapons, which will, if memory serves, allow Zealots to 2-shot instead of 3-shot Zerglings, which is always a fun thing to be able to do. His opponent's going for missile attacks level 1 and metabolic boosts, so he'll have speedlings in about just under a minute and a half. And +1 roaches. And his opponent knows he cannot be out pushing out because he can't get past that Overlord. A lot of roaches coming out now. I suspect Zinikor is expecting a massive push. He's probably expecting someone to basically try and push in. Oh no, he's pushing out. Is he pushing out to try and kill that Overlord? Or is he pushing out to try and kill, just flat out murder his opponent? His opponent is gonna see the army if he moves any closer. But he might just skirt around it at this rate. Just in the wrong place. Just gonna miss it, and if he moves any further out, then he's not gonna see it when his opponent moves out at all. That's going to be a bit of a weakness for him. His opponent is a Protoss player, Zinikor, now making Colossi to counter the massive Zerglings that's turning up in his base any minute now. Let's see. He's floating it into the main. That's where it's going. And he's going to see that his opponent has 4 gates and a robo. Is he going to see that? He would not have seen that Colossus coming out. That's going to be a bit of a problem for him if it happens. However, a couple of Zerglings are going to run in and die, and that will reveal the existence of the Colossus. The question is, can he afford to let the Zerg macro the way he is? At the moment, in terms of units, we've got 48 probes to 57 drones. That's going to start turning into a distinct advantage sooner or later. Zinikor, however, sneaking a third. That could be good for him. His opponent does not know it's there. His opponent does know it's there. Let's see. Yeah. See, we've got a bunch of Overlords coming up because apparently he was a little bit supply blocked. In terms of army, the Zerg has a much larger army. How much of that is workers? Not that much actually. See if we can pull up the Control A tab. No, we can't.